have a debt to pay. You owe Davy Jones your soul. That was the agreement. Time's up. You're a marked man, Jack Sparrow.
On deck, all hands! Scurry! Hard masters, moving!
I was nothing more than an almost innocent bystander.
You won't be able to talk your way out of this one.
Jack Sparrow is a dying breed. Jack must find a place in the new world or perish.
What about Jack? I can't leave without him! Never mind, let's go!
Hello, welcome to Red Spotlight Entertainment's audio commentary series. You must have your prepared copy of the selected film ready to start in your media player. To begin this viewing, please set your film at 0. So, stay tuned and enjoy the audio commentary.
Oh my god, you dropped the remote.
Welcome, Red Splatters, to another fabulous audio commentary. I'm your host, Kyle Lara. With me, I have Peter Martinez with me.
Yes, I am here. Hello.
And we're going to be doing an audio commentary for Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Man's Chest.
Arr.
My first memory of this movie was I went to go see The Chronicles of Narnia. The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, and before that was the first teaser trailer to the movie.
Do you remember when the first time you saw trailers was in movie theaters?
Yeah.
Good times.
That was a cool thing. But now, it gets leaked on the internet, and the studio execs are like, curse you, internet hackers, curse you, Russia.
Yeah, I think it was all Russia.
But
they did it to Sony.
But anyway,
no, that was North Korea.
I saw the trailer and I was like, wow, this is great. I want to see it right now. And then lo and behold, opening night, I went to go see the movie.
Well, I believe that, opening night.
And all is history. I think that this was a good sequel to the first one.
A lot of people shit on this one. And I really like this one.
Oh, me too.
I thought this was a really good sequel, but for some reason a lot of people don't like it. Maybe because it's unnecessarily long.
Yeah.
I kind of don't care. I like it anyway. Beckett. Or what's his name? It's Beckett,
Lord
right?
Cutler Beckett, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is a great introduction to a kind of political villain. We haven't had a political villain. I mean, if you count Norrington, but I don't think he was necessarily a villain. He was just trying to do his job.
My only issue with Beckett is that, like, especially in the second one, I was like, this is a pretty cool villain, like the way they set him up and everything. But I kind of feel like they don't go anywhere with that storyline in 3. Like, if you see our first audio commentary, Kyle here explains to me the whole backstory between him and Jack Sparrow, which is never explored in these films. And I feel if they had explored that in the third one,
Yeah.
I think it would have been it would have been great.
That would have been amazing.
It would have made me like this character more. He's like the what's it called? Who's that? Because I'm gonna be Alexis right now, and I'm gonna reference Rebels.
Yeah.
That blue guy. No, the villain.
Oh, Thrawn.
Thrawn. He's like a Thrawn of the pirates, I guess. William Todd.
But then we're gonna have another villain who kind of has like the same discrepancy towards pirates and wants to eliminate them all because he thinks that they're ruining the whole trade notions, you know. So I've
Who? Is it the new one?
Yeah, Javier Bardem.
Bardem.
Thanks to Jack, they're fucked over.
Well, they knew what they got into with the pirate, so that's on them. Jack Sparrow. They need to bring back those hairdos. I don't care.
Yes, I agree. The wigs.
Yes.
Imagine how much better Fox News would be if they were all wearing wigs.
Any news? What are you talking about? I'd watch C-SPAN if everyone in Congress had to wear one of those.
It would be like Caesar Flickerman in the Hunger Games. There's Alexis.
Alexis, I know you're gonna listen to this, so just know you haven't weaseled out of it. You have to be Mr. Gibbs for Halloween.
Yes.
You have to do it. And you know what? In this film, I think you can tell they let the director, Gore Verbinski,
Do his thing.
do his thing, because it's way darker.
Oh, dude.
They get pretty violent, and
Like,
I
this is-
kind of love it.
Like you get to see a full flogging scene. Remember when Bootstrap Bill later on in the movie first meets William Turner?
Yes.
Introduction, flogging.
Well, right here, they just took a guy's eyes out, or a bird did. Oh, fun fact: if you play the video game for the third Pirates at World's End, it actually starts right here, and it starts with Captain Jack or whatever being, and you have to fight your way out of this pirate prison.
That was the same as the second movie video game.
I thought that was so weird because when I got the third one, I was like, why is it starting at the second? Like it plays throughout the second and the third.
That's how the Quantum of Solace video game was.
Really?
When you played it,
Uh-huh.
it starts off with the beginning of Quantum, and then it flashes back to Casino Royale, and you're playing some levels of Casino Royale.
I don't know. Maybe because they're like, I don't know, just to put more time, because it is hard to space out a whole film in a video game, because video games are meant to be hours long, and a movie's only like 2 hours.
Yeah.
But
I love that.
what's it called? It starts right there, and it starts with his father.
Teague?
Yeah, like visiting him in prison,
Okay.
and he's like, and he tells him about, Davy Jones is coming. You gotta, you gotta face him and get the court together, the Brethren Court, or what.
That's cool.
And then it's like, okay, and then the events of 2 play out, and then 3. So it kind of made me wonder. It was like, did the video game developers just do that, or was that part of the original script?
Story.
Like that's where it's, because remember, these 2 films were made at the same time.
Who knew a movie about a stupid like theme park ride gonna be so expensive?
Well, look at the Lego movie.
He looks like he has more dreads as the movies, as 2 and 3 went on.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Shiny.
I love that song.
Shiny. Sing it so we can get copyrighted. Do it.
Let the copyright flow through you.
So you should know these people are gonna die because you've never seen them before until now. These crew members. And I love how the monkey is still
A skeleton.
yeah. And I don't know if you guys probably did see it because you always watch the credits of the first one when the monkey
Yeah.
came back and he took the coin.
I thought that was gonna be the sequel. They're gonna
They're gonna face the monkey.
know that they're gonna face Barbosa again.
Oh, I kind of thought that too. I thought they're gonna give him, like, the monkey was gonna give him the coin or something or other and bring him back. What do keys do?
Do you think Johnny got better throughout the entire run?
I think he was worse in the third one.
Really?
But that might have not been his fault.
They didn't give him anything to do. They just put him in the movie because he's the one who sells the movie.
Well, that's when they got most annoying with it. And I think Gore Verbinski got too weird with it. Because he's a weird director. Like, he does weird shit. But, like, the whole thing with, like, the way he hallucinates multiple Jacks and all of that.
Yeah, I like that scene. It was goofy, quirky.
It was dumb. And then also, with just how absolutely creative and detailed they are with everything, the fact that when they got to Davy Jones' locker, it was just a big pile of nothing. I was like, wow, that's so disappointing. I thought, because that was what I was interested to see. I was like, oh, Davy Jones' locker, what does it look like?
It looks like a desert.
I was like, oh, okay.
What were you expecting it to look like?
I don't know. The design team is great for these films. They could have come up with something like super interesting.
Like hell?
Yeah.
A swampy hell.
Have like a, well, pirate hell. What would be a pirate hell?
Well, you kind of got that. Pirate hell is not on open water.
No, but there was still water there. So, boo.
No rum. There you go.
No. Oh, that's true. That is terrible.
You see?
Oh, I know. Like they did drop hints a lot to it. So then I thought they were gonna fully explore it in the third one. That should have been a main story for the third one.
Yeah, Jack and and Beckett. But no, it was just briefly glanced upon.
Yeah, I don't know. The third one is disappointing to me. I still like it.
It was a deleted scene.
I know.
It was a deleted scene, but then they refilmed it.
I don't care about deleted scenes. I care about films. If they came out with a director's cut or some ultimate cut BVS style where it added it in, then maybe I'll be like, okay, that at least gives it a couple extra nudges up for me.
Yeah.
But still,
to improve on the already 3-hour movie.
I know. Our almost 3-hour movie isn't being received that well. Let's add more shit into it and make it 4. I don't know though. I know a lot of people complain about runtimes. There's a lot of people that get pissed off anytime like a film is 2.5 hours or more. Yeah. And I'm like, if a film's good, I'll watch like a 6-hour film.
Exactly.
I actually really enjoy long films if they're good. Like, I love long, epic storytelling.
That's what I hoped that the last Harry Potter movie would have been. But the studio had to split the movie.
I understand that is difficult because there's not a lot of locations. With long, epic storytelling, it helps that you go on... It's a long journey. You know, you usually see years and years go by and stuff like that, and you go through a lot of different locations.
I love how the compass pretty much became a character.
How did it become a character?
Like, it was like a central plot to the whole entire... I love that scene. Why is the rum always gone?
This part right here is bullshit.
Why?
Because in the first one, he told him he looks so much like his father.
And then he doesn't look
he
like
looks
his
nothing like his father. William Turner. But if you look at like just the design of Bootstrap Bill, Like how detailed and like just that shit right there.
Dude, the makeup for Bruce
Yeah.
Campbell was amazing.
And even stuff like the Skeleton Barbosa and his crew, and Davy Jones and his crew, and then that's why I was really disappointed with
Davy Jones' Locker.
yeah.
We
'cause
might
it's like-
see that again.
We might actually, yeah, that's true. Depending on how much Legolas is in the film, the new one.
Oh. I love how you hear a little bit of Will Turner's theme.
Even when he opens his mouth, like a whole bunch of water comes out.
Yeah.
That's cool.
If it were, I'd be wrong.
And there is. And like the way they show the longer you're there, you become a part of the ship.
Yeah.
And that's cool. Do those rules still continue under William Turner, the new Davy Jones?
It depends on how much the captain keeps his promise.
Not much though, because you see the new one, he's starting
Yeah.
to get so maybe things started to change. Davy Jones.
Oh, another thing about all these movies, I'm a huge sucker for like costume detail.
Mm-hmm.
And you notice throughout the entire even to now, he's always adding stuff to his wardrobe.
Oh, Jack?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. That is cool. Like, there's little... Because it adds little stories to, like, oh, how did he get that or that?
Yeah.
Or that.
Like in this one versus the costume in the first one. Yeah, you see the beads and all that stuff, but you see more dreadlocks. Here you see 2 belts instead of 1. He added 2 more rings to his fingers. He put like chicken bones, and he's hanging them off his belt. And just like little stuff like that. And then the next one, not much has changed, but except he adds his mom in a shrunken head form to his belt and a rabbit foot.
And in Adventure Off, who would win? Indiana Jones or Captain Jack?
Maybe Jack, because Indiana Jones still
He's a history professor.
yeah, he likes to maintain everything versus Jack.
He knows things though. Jack doesn't know shit. He gets lucky.
That's the charm of it though.
But so does Indiana Jones. You know how many bullets he's dodged? So he has luck and intelligence. You know the whole thing with the black spot?
Yeah.
The first time I ever heard that term used was for the Muppets Treasure Island. When he handed him, it was like a card that had a black spot on it.
Yeah.
I was like, what does that mean? Like,
You know what that's supposed to be? That's supposed to be like if you fuck up on a ship,
Mhm.
everybody knows it. They hand you a black spot basically. Next port, you better get the fuck off my ship or else.
Really?
Yeah.
That's what it originally meant.
And what they pretty much did was that they tore a page from the Bible
Oh.
and painted a black spot on the page.
Well, the only books anyone had is at that point were the Bible. Well, that was the one everyone had.
Not the entire 50 Shades of Grey
Whoa.
collection.
Alexis. Girl Alexis.
Girl. I like that transition from night to day.
Oh my god.
Like that. Like cinematography like that is gorgeous.
Gorgeous.
It's gorgeous.
Turkish. Is Turkey near there? I don't know my geography. It probably is.
Turkey's in Europe.
I know that.
The
but-
Caribbean is down below Florida.
Well, then how are they there?
The Atlantic was a heavily occupied trade route.
Whatever. See, but this creates issues, right? What happens right here?
Yeah, because when they suck the thing in, why did they do that for
Yeah.
the Pearl? Why did they do that to the other ship that Will Turner was on?
Look at that! Like in 2 seconds, I was like, really? And then for every other one, all slowly, especially the last ship.
Yeah.
Like even after you angered it and you like shot it to hell, still slowly.
But then you wouldn't have an epic fight sequence.
I know, but it's just it creates issues.
This is not the first Disney movie to use a Kraken.
What was the first one?
2,000 Leagues Under the Sea.
Oh well, yeah. Is it a kraken or is it just a giant squid?
It's a Kraken.
Do they say kraken
I don't
in
know.
the film?
I don't know.
Exactly. I'm pretty sure it's a giant squid. I don't know. Probably wrong.
And you're right, Jonathan Pryce is heavily misused in the rest of the movies.
Because he's just kind of there. I understand for the second one, but at least have him do something for the third one.
The dad is such a cock blocker.
He's just trying to get everyone to safety.
Are you alright, kids? You want some snacks? Condom? No? Okay.
Mean Girls.
Yeah.
But you see, everyone knows of him. This is why I was saying in the first one, because Barbossa obviously didn't know that Jack was still alive.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how do they not know? Everyone knows
Knows
him.
him.
Everyone knows Captain Jack and all his adventures and
The
shit.
thing
like
that Johnny really brought to the film franchise was the fact that he basically came to the conclusion that pirates were rock stars of their day.
They weren't though.
But you know, like the kind of like reputation that rock stars have.
They
you know,
were
like
not at the time at all. No.
like you go to a port,
Yeah.
everybody knows your name. Like, oh, you're Captain Kidd. We know you. You blew 10 Spanish ships off
Pirates-
off the coast.
See, the thing is though, pirates at the time were more like terrorists than rock stars. Like it's like yeah, they're known for doing shit, but not in a good way.
Oh, but like you know, like well known, like
Well, yeah.
rock stars. You know, you get what he's
Yeah.
saying.
But I guess my thing is I'm cool with it because they Disneyfy everything,
Yeah.
and I like the
I like that.
I like the fictionalized version of pirates that these films really encapsulate. Like the kind of BS you see in Peter Pan.
Oh yeah, they're like freaking like Chuck E. Cheese level
Yeah.
pirates.
They're just trying to kill kids.
It's all good fun.
It's all good fun.
All good things.
You think that's
Yeah, I
CGI?
love that.
Or do you think that's a real boat? I think that's CGI.
It's really good CGI.
Like this entire sequence
Yeah.
is unnecessary,
Yeah.
but I love it anyway. Like shit like this, like yeah, as far as like if you're grading it on a film alone,
Yeah.
like yeah, it hurts the flow of the film, and it easily could have been cut out without any worries. But I don't know. I just rather have it. I like it. It's sort of like the extended edition of the Lord of the Rings films. Like, yeah, I already like all this shit. Just put more
There's
in it.
one moment where I thought that they needed that scene. It was when Saruman. Remember when he died?
Yeah.
I think they needed to keep that one in there.
Yeah, I think they did too. Cause it's like he was a pretty big figure in the first and second film.
And
it's
to
just
completely
like-
wipe him out from the third one.
The very first part of the third film, it's like, oh, don't worry, he's trapped. He won't do nothing. And I'm like, really? He's this big ass wizard, and it's just like, we got it covered. He's good. We won't even show his face or anything. He's just hiding out in there. See, if this film came out today, though, would there be public outcry at the way that the native tribes were portrayed?
Oh my god. Everybody's so PC nowadays.
You PC, bro? I'm PC. You
Uh.
constantly offend me with your tomfoolery.
But look at like the
Look how beautiful like the production design and all that is. That's great. Look at that. Great shots. Like all that green paint and stuff. Cannibals. Jack.
I
think
love that little thing, the little
the eyes
eyes.
where they open up.
That's cool.
I think there was an after credits after this one too.
Yeah, it's like the dog. The dog's now the god.
Now think about it. Every Pirates film has had an after credits scene.
Yeah.
Did the fourth one have one?
Uh
What was the fourth one?
huh. It was cut to Angelica, and she was still on the island, and then Jack's voodoo doll washes up on shore, and she like has evil ideas.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I guess nothing. That doesn't really turn out to be anything anyway. So. I doubt it's gonna play into this film.
Hey, Unikey. Snip, snip. I love how that's still like a joke. Even carrying on from the first one, the eunuch joke. And then later on when he's talking to Davy Jones, he's like, have you not met Will Turner? Terrific soprano. Which means like he has a high singing voice. So
But even just with the whole cannibals thing, like it's funny, but there's some dark shit there too, especially
Yeah.
for a family picture.
family picture.
That's funny. Oh man, she's in prison, but I guess they supply her with makeup.
Cause she's a girl.
No, but it's like, I know it's little shit and it's stupid, but like
Yeah.
that's one of my things with films that always takes me out of it.
How they have makeup
Like
after all.
yeah,
that.
like it's like either it takes place way in the past and stuff like that, and they're like a
Yeah.
common
common folk, and
folk
you're all
or
made
whatever,
up.
and they have like beautiful like Hollywood makeup.
Yeah.
Because you know, you have to and stuff like that. And I'm like, really? And I understand if you're gonna go that far, there's a lot of things you can do. Like they shouldn't have white teeth. You know, they didn't shave. Like there's a million. It's a slippery slope. There's a million things you can say. But still, that's one of the things that it's a little pet peeve, I guess.
Well, I guess they had makeup back then, but it was like
They did have makeup,
but it was like over exaggerated
Yeah,
makeup,
like-
like heavily powdered, little beauty mark in the corner, that kind of makeup.
And then this guy's just an a-hole. Do you know his name?
Mr. Mercer.
What's wrong with you people? You and Lexus are just freaking terrible.
What? On knowing the names?
But it's just, I don't know, it's ridiculous to me.
It's like, do you know what the tribe's name is?
Do you really? Oh, no, I think I do. I do. Because when I was little, I got one of those books.
Yeah.
And
it said the
it
name.
had the name on it. It's from like the you know how they'd have bookstores at school?
Oh, those were the best, dude.
The Pelagostos? Is that it?
The Pelagostos.
Yes. But that's because the literal title of the book was like The Island of Pelagustus or something like that.
I love this exchange between them two.
Why?
It's well acted.
Is it because there's a girl?
It's because there's a girl.
No
listening
negotiations.
intently.
And they didn't really know what to do with their whole love fest thing in the third one.
What love fest?
Her and William Turner.
Oh, you know what? To be honest with you, she had more chemistry with Johnny than she did with Orlando.
I don't think so.
Really?
Yeah. Johnny has chemistry with everyone. I didn't, but one person I don't think he had chemistry with was what's her name in the fourth one.
Really? You don't think him and Penelope Cruz
No,
meshed together well?
it's a shame because I thought she would be good.
Have you seen the movie Blow?
No.
I don't trust this recliner.
Why not?
I don't know.
Let's see. She cheated on, what's his name? William.
Yeah.
So she's got to go.
With Jack?
Yes.
It was to distract
It
him.
doesn't matter. What are you doing?
I'm trying to see if this recliner will work.
It's fine. And then of course you got these two.
Yeah.
Are you okay?
So if I recline,
If you recline, you'll be fine. Just go with it. Go. Go. Just let go. You need to trust me. If you go slow, it's gonna be worse. It ain't stealing, it's salvaging.
I like how he's like reading the Bible upside down.
You get credit for
That's a mark against.
But I like how they only cared about a religion and stuff like that the second that they were no longer immortal.
Yeah.
Because his thing is like, well, we're not immortal anymore, so we should
We
probably
should take
start.
care of our
Yeah.
immortal souls. That was such a me joke. Like, what is he going after? Must have seen a catfish.
Why do you still have the keys?
Because then people won't get what kind of dog
Because it was in the ride.
Because it was in the ride, and he always has the keys. He even has the keys in the third movie.
Is he coming back for the for
For the
the,
fifth one,
the final adventure?
I
supposedly?
hope so.
At that moment, everything changed.
Yes, exactly. What do you think is the most beautiful Pirates movie shot?
What do you mean? Best
Like
shot or the best film?
Like cinematography wise, what do you think is the best one?
Maybe the first one.
The first one?
That's right, yeah, where he just starts chewing on a toe. That's nasty.
You eat that pizza.
I'm sorry, that's nasty. And then that's terrible too, how they killed half the crew just to make
The bones.
just to make
The cages.
yeah. Is that cotton?
Yeah.
What's the midget's name again?
Marty?
Marty, that's what it is. He's like, oh shit.
These cages we're in weren't built till after we got here. The way he's just going with it.
Is this the tribe he'd run into before?
You know what? It probably is.
Because he understands the language.
Because then remember when he said in the first movie, and then they made me their chief.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But if you think about it, this is like a really long sequence.
It is a pretty long ass sequence.
I think it's really ridiculous. Well, it hasn't gotten there yet.
To the ridiculousness?
Yes. And he goes this whole film without his hat.
Yeah. I like this little moment right here.
Why?
It's kind of like symbolism, like, you know, he can't escape from the East India Trading Company.
Sure. Oh, bugger. Isn't there someone else who says that? Like as a catchphrase?
Oh, bugger?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think so.
Not in Pirates, but just in like other stuff. I could have swore that was like someone's catchphrase.
Dude, there's so many freaking catchphrases out there.
I know, but you're the king of catchphrases. You should know.
Oh my god. I like that. I like the sequence.
I'm sorry, but that just seems like a waste of rope to have them dangling like that. I think regular cages would have been sufficient.
But then you wouldn't have a.
You wouldn't have this
sequence.
sequence. He ruins it right here.
Oh dear.
Of course, because they're pirates. They have to just immediately turn on each other.
That's great.
Marty's not doing shit.
How can he? He can't reach his legs.
He's encouraging. And that's how you know that one's not going to survive, because no one memorable is in that one. Isn't it lucky how that all matched up like that?
Like they put secondary characters in the cage, and you had the primary ones in one.
Like, yeah, I wonder how that's going to turn out. Why'd they let go?
There was a snake. Asps. Very dangerous.
Oh, that's terrible. Mr. Gibbs.
Fly high. Oh, fly high.
And then this one snitches.
Snitches get stitches. He probably made it worse.
Yeah, he like blew it. He made it hot to begin with. That's how you start fires. You blowing them. Like this, every sequence that they have, they always push it like a little too far in this film. Just a little too far. Yeah, like right here when it starts rolling. This film has a thing for rolling. Because it's this one, and then at the end, the windmill, or whatever.
Yeah. So you're saying they have a rolling fetish?
Someone who worked on the script did.
And then they roll. Tom, what's this about rolling that you're... I like rolling.
Like this part right here, like it's funny, and then it gets really ridiculous when he does like a backflip or whatever onto the other side.
He's unprepared.
But you know what? They use utensils. They are not savages.
Nope.
And then right here when they basically turn him into a shish kebab.
Yeah. You know it's a shame that those coconuts weren't even considered.
Considered what?
Consider the coconuts.
Oh my god. Why do I ask? And then it conveniently broke apart when they hit the water.
This is Indiana Jones logic.
How so? With the arrows?
Yeah.
If you're a main character, you do not get hit. It's like, this is so stupid. They had him cornered.
But what I respect about these movies is that they're all shot on location.
There's a lot of CGI. Like this right here. Like that part is so stupid. That's like a cartoon.
It's like Looney Tunes.
It really is. It does look beautiful though, look at that. Makes you want to go to the Caribbean. And like right here, he should be dead. Or his leg should be broken. Completely dislocated. Bug. Okay, he should totally be dead. I don't care how many stairs he hit.
But he's the main character.
I hate when movies do that. They like they put their characters through all kinds of shit where it's very obvious they should definitely be dead, and then all of a sudden at the end
they're not.
I know, but then they're not. Like they're completely fine, and then all of a sudden at the end of the film they put them through something else that's just as bad as the thing they went through earlier in the film where nothing happened, but then this time it's like, oh no, they're almost dead now. And I'm like, what? You know, that's no more damage than what they went through earlier, and they walked up and were fine with that. Yet all of a sudden they go through the same thing, and now they're on death's door, but it's only because it's the end of the film that they do that.
Like all of a sudden there's stakes.
Yeah, basically, just because the film's coming to a close. Dun 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 dun. See, that looks like they got a full ship right there.
I think it is. No, it is.
Is it? Is it?
Mm-hmm.
That's great though. Our ship's expensive. Like if they got that.
Well, they kind of had they built the Black Pearl on a barge. Because they needed wide enough decks.
Yeah.
So they could put the crew in.
Well, yeah, like probably a shit ton of people had to be on deck at the same time. Had to support everyone. But how did the dog escape?
Sea turtles, mate.
No, it wasn't sea turtles.
No, that was the explanation in the third movie.
I know it was, but I'm saying that's some bullshit. I call BS. That poor monkey. And then this eye the whole time was a piece of bait.
Who knew?
He's always threatening to kill him.
Look at it.
It's the Tortuga. Oh no!
We're gonna go
this
see Tia Dalma.
Tia Dalma. And you see like the new film, that one chick looks like a Tia Dalma replacement.
Yeah.
He was like, the dead have taken over the sea. And it's like, yeah, that's very Pirates. I don't know. I like Pirates film. I like the world. They were gonna come out with a Pirates video game, like a long time ago, and it would look great. And then they canceled it. I wish they would though. It would basically be like it was gonna have like ships, like you can get a ship, get your own crew, sail to all the islands and stuff like that.
Kind of like a GTA, but pirates.
Well, at this point, it's like Assassin's Creed. Do you know which one that one is? With the pirates version, Black Flag.
Mm-hmm.
You have your own crew, your own pirate ship, and stuff like that. I don't know. It's all cool. Do you think the Pirates franchise could survive without Johnny Depp and Jack Sparrow?
I think that a lot of people are complaining about Johnny Depp and...
They do, but then it's bullshit. They'll be sad if he's gone. There's a lot of people complaining about Robert Downey Jr. and Iron Man, but the second he's either done or leaves, it's like, no! All of that shit is quiet. It's kind of funny. There's like a whole entire subplot with the ghost, the female ghost, and then this crew.
It is needlessly long.
It is. But like pirates, you know, especially back then, were very stupid and very superstitious. So any little thing, they'd come up with, you know.
Well, you kind of had to be, because you're out in open water. You don't know where you'll go.
Plus, yeah, like you're exploring areas that maybe have never been explored before.
Yeah.
You're probably not the smartest person in the world, especially if you're a pirate. And also, it gets really boring, you know, on one boat for months at a time. So everyone becomes a great storyteller. So that's how like the Kraken and mermaids and all that kind of shit
started.
Yeah, so that's cool. That's why I like it. Like the sailors gave birth to their own myths and stories, and then now they come into fruition with these films. These people do nothing but stare.
This is an allusion to the ride.
It is?
Mhm.
What part of the ride?
Remember the opening before you go down the waterfall?
I guess.
Remember that there's a you start off in a swamp.
Do you?
Mm-hmm. Or at least a bayou.
Down by the bayou. A kraken. If they were to make other pirates films, what other like pirate mythology do you think they could tackle?
They cracked mermaids.
Mm-hmm. I'm not really that deep into.
In this movie, they're dealing with the Bermuda Triangle.
Yeah, but also ghosts, like straight up ghosts.
Mm-hmm.
Before, you know, it's kind of cheating, but you know, with Barbossa's crew, they weren't ghosts; they were the undead.
Yeah.
These ones are literal ghosts. It's a little different. So,
Actually, this is exactly like the opening of the ride.
really, I haven't been in the ride in a long time. All these people just stare.
I like to think that they're
They're animatronics?
no,
No.
that they're in Louisiana at this point.
Do they all know that Tia Dalma is, what's it called?
Davy Jones' girlfriend.
Well, the sea goddess or whatever. And then what the hell happened to her in the 4th and 5th movies? She just freaking disappears.
She's like the Force.
No, that's bullshit.
That's not how the Force
That's
works.
not how it works. Because they were like terrified of her. Like, no, you know, she'll take over the seas. She'll do this. She'll do that.
I love the way her shack looks.
Oh, that's what I keep telling you. Like the detail and the production designs and everything is beautiful. That's what I said. One of the best things about Pirates is just the world it creates.
Now I have a question. Do you think they did each other?
What do you mean?
Tia Dalma and Jack.
Yeah. It's Jack Sparrow.
Sparrow.
Probably. I don't know. Maybe we can get a spin-off film.
Tia Dalma. No,
Tia Dalma.
Dalma.
Dalma. A pirate's saga. I don't know.
A Pirates of the Caribbean story.
Yeah. What was his payment again? I forgot.
Look.
Oh, the monkey. Oh, right here. That's pretty good. And she's like, alright. I guess. But then it goes straight to Barbossa.
Yeah. Look, you
He's
see the
already
boots?
there.
You see the boots?
Yes. I never caught that the first time. I don't think anyone did. And he was just quiet. He's just like, I'm just gonna listen.
Or he's probably asleep. Oh, look, Barbossa's hat.
Oh, was that his hat?
That's his hat.
And he didn't notice that?
That's why he's kind of looking. He's like, how do you have this?
And he just kind of moves on from that.
He's like, okay.
But he also knows who she is, and is like, she's got a lot of weird shit. Mystical shit. Sirens, they could do sirens.
That's the same thing as mermaids, though.
I guess. Sometimes they show them differently. Like, no, they're basically the same thing. Never mind. But sometimes sirens, don't they show them, like, with wings or whatever? I don't know.
You could go True Blood and go fairies and shit.
No. I don't want them to go, like, jump the shark to jump the kraken.
Jump the kraken.
So to say. And, like, I think it's better when they just stay within the realm of pirates mythology. It's The one next to it. There you go. Same story vision versions. And then, yeah, that's another thing. It's like, oh, I heard he fell in love with women. No, I heard it was the sea. And the way she's just like, same story, different versions.
All are true.
And technically, yeah, all are true, because she is the sea, and she is a woman.
This made me fall in love with Naomi Harris.
Why?
Huh?
Why?
As like an actress.
Why?
As I'm like...
Them hearts. I love her accent. She's great in it. So, are those two coming back for the new one?
Maybe. We don't know for sure.
I feel like they should. Yeah, I think she does a great job. He already knew that. He was just doing it to get him to do it. But he had to know it wouldn't have been that easy.
Because there's a reason why he was at the prison. He wasn't just there for shits and giggles, you know.
Yeah.
He was there to find what the key looked like.
Black spots.
Hold on, I like this joke. Wait.
What's the joke?
That joke.
I don't get it.
Because you know how they say that when you stroke yourself so much, you go blind?
Oh my god, is that what?
Yeah, and he's like, my eyesight's just as good as ever, just so you know. The boots.
Dirty Disney with their subliminalism. Would that jar of dirt actually do anything? Because I thought that was actually going to do something. Like, the joke was going to be that everyone just thinks it's a jar of dirt, but then it's actually, magical or it does something. Like, he opens it and spills it, and, like, it's a never-ending flow of dirt that just, like, or something like that.
It's like pocket sand.
Pocket sand. But no, it was just a jar of dirt. She screwed him over.
Look at, you see, he stole a ring from her table, and now that's part of his regular thing. And then later, you notice that that Angelica steals that ring, and now she wears that ring.
And which one's Angelica?
Penelope Cruz.
Oh.
Later
in the fourth one.
In the fourth one, she has that ring now.
Pirates, the lot of them. Dreadful folk.
Neither do you.
Mr. Gibbs is just there.
Like someone else I know.
Alexis.
Oh my god.
Mr. Soto. The real Mr. Gibbs.
In the flesh.
Mm-hmm.
I love that line. I like it. Simple, easy to remember. It didn't.
See. Well, it technically did.
I want Ron Howard to narrate this movie.
But I mean, it's beyond obvious how full of shit he is. Will's kind of being dumb right here.
Look at, that's another great advantage of the Black Pearl.
What? How dark it is?
When it's in dark, when it's at night,
you can't really
and
see
you blow out the candles, you can't see shit.
That's true, because the Flying Dutchman couldn't even see him. Ewan neither dead nor dying.
What is your purpose here?
That scene's gonna come up, and don't. Don't.
It's one of my favorite villain introductions. It's a toss up between Davy Jones and Negan at the end of season 6.
Didn't Negan get captured or die or something?
No, not yet. They right now they're in the war.
They're at the war part.
They're at the war part right now. They're gonna go to war and.
I never knew what happened here. What happened to this guy? Because it shows his face all messed up, and I never understood what happened to him like that.
The Kraken. Remember when Gibbs said, and his suction will suck your face clean off.
Oh, so one of his suckers like sucked his face
Yeah.
off. That's, That's,
Yeah.
Oh God,
Yeah.
that's terrible. That is disturbing to say the least. Look at how cool these guys look.
They do look really cool. And can you believe it's CG?
Yeah.
All that.
The CGI has always been really good in this
Yeah, it still stands up. I mean, we're watching this via Blu-ray, and this is great.
Blu-ray, Sacre Blue. But you can tell, like they let the production designers and like
Go
the
at
concept artists just like do whatever. Like they really just let them have a bunch of freedom. Like
And
here, how you cut it open and fish falls out and stuff like that.
And this is cool because Pirates of the Caribbean, the first one, was an unexpected success.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, "Whoa, pirates, dude! Pirates! Pirates!"
Yeah, it was like an overnight success kind of thing.
And so then then they were like, "Okay, Gore, you have our full faith. Do what you want," and he did.
Yeah, but then people didn't like it.
The rest have moved on.
Like instead of having a hook, he has a claw. Instead of having a beard, he has tentacles.
I'll get you next time, Sparrow. Next time. Fear death.
No.
Do
You
feel
are not.
that dark abyss?
Either you do the voice of Jack Sparrow or Davy Jones. You can't do both. You pick your poison. You pick it right now, sir.
But why is the rum gone?
Oh, okay, you picked it. You cannot be both. And this guy.
I love Bill Nighy, man.
He's great. And this was before. I think the reason why the CGI is so incredible is because
they're mocap. All of them are mocap.
No, this is before mocap. This is before Avatar, where they had like a billion cameras all over the face.
Because Avatar came out in 2009.
This was like 6.
This was 2006.
7 or something.
Oh,
like
by the way.
Yeah.
You know the CGI Disney logo that you see nowadays?
Yeah.
This was the first to use that.
This was the first film?
Yeah.
Okay. I really like that logo. I like it better than the 90s one.
But you know what? This is a testament to see, show how good of an actor Bill Nighy is. Even throughout the mocap, you could still see his expression. You could still see how fluid he is with his face.
But I think this is at the point, because this is around the time Lord of the Rings as well, where they didn't really do mocap. Where they would just have the actors there, sort of in their makeup. Well, it was mocap, but it wasn't nearly as advanced as the mocap today. And the CGI, what's it called? Animators would basically have they would do the animation themselves, and they would put it over the actor, and they would try to do it as exact as possible.
The way they got the color for Davy Jones' skin is that they
took a nasty shit.
No. Close.
What'd they do?
Gore was gonna throw away a stained up styrofoam paper cup.
Yeah.
Styrofoam cup, and it was stained with coffee. And so he was like, "Run this to the computer, see what you get." and that's basically what you got with Davy Jones, flesh tone and.
I love it, but even look at the eyes, they're very expressive, and because you really didn't get legitimate character where you could say it's vast majority of the actor, not the animators, until like Avatar or like Rise of the Planet of the Apes, where the mocap was so good that it's literally like the exact every little movement was the actor. I think at this point it was still, the animators. It depended on how good the animators were, to following the actor's performance. And you can really see Bill Nighy's performance come out in it, so that's what's so great about it.
I love the way Johnny acts against Bill Nighy.
Bill Nighy. He's in love with a girl.
The girl.
See, Davy Jones is like the Darth Vader of pirates. Because he's all big, tough, and scary looking, and it turns out he's a little bitch. All because love screwed him over.
All because of a girl.
All because of a girl. Everything wrong in this world is because of girls.
Girl.
You hear that, Alexis?
Oh my god.
See, like, look at his eyes. That's amazing, I think.
Like,
How
I see
expressive they
Bill
are.
Nighy through all the little tentacles and stuff like that. Oh, by the way, have you seen footage of the Pirates of the Caribbean ride in Shanghai?
I think I have.
There's an animatronic of Davy Jones.
I
and
think you
it looks
or Alexis
amazing.
sent it. I think I've seen it.
Shall we seal it in blood? I mean ink.
929.
3 days.
Do you think he would have actually taken him up on his offer if he actually got 99 souls?
I think so. Because Davy Jones is all about, like, the deal and...
The art of the deal.
The art of the deal. The art of the deal. 99 souls. It's gonna be huge.
Huge. Tortuga. Now they're a Tortuga. He was the mummies to the condition in which these souls need be.
He's like, we could get shit.
Yeah, shitty souls. Tortuga.
And it's so cool. And again, this is why that deleted scene should have been in the third movie, was because the original, the reason why he got indebted to Davy Jones was because of 100 slaves.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's kind of like a cruel irony that he picked 99.
They really screwed the pooch with a lot of key moments that should have been in the third film.
Yeah.
But we'll get to that one. But like this whole thing with like the female ghost thing,
Yeah.
you could have cut all of this out too. Like you could have just had what's her name say, "All right, I'm going
But
to."
this is. But okay.
Okay.
Here's
Defend
a little
it,
thing.
sir.
Here's the thing why I defend it. All right.
All
Because
right.
it's a reference to another Disneyland ride.
Oh my god!
Wait.
It reminds me of that thing I know.
You know the ride Haunted Mansion, yes?
Yes.
Okay. Remember the lady at the end that says "Hurry back."
Yes.
The whole backstory with the ghost lady is her backstory.
Oh, it's supposed to be the same ghost lady or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, that's cute. Like again, like that's good for like an extended edition. Because
Yeah.
I don't mind it. But if you're just talking about the overall flow of a film,
Uh-huh.
it's there's no need for it. You could have just showed her stowaway on a ship, and then you don't need her to you just end up at Tortuga, and then you just cut to this scene right here, and then you see her there.
I
at
love
Tortuga.
that. Look at little nod to the right too. The little dumping of the mayor.
Is that really the mayor?
That is the mayor.
Who would be a mayor of fucking Tortuga?
It's a shitty job.
I know.
I think Chris Christie would.
Hey, don't knock the Krispy Kreme.
Krispy Kreme. Go watch our After Dark of Power Rangers.
Go Power Rangers.
I don't care. I freaking love that movie.
The greatest. And then I don't know what the issue was. How come he couldn't realize what he wanted?
Well, according to Ted and Terry,
Who's Ted and Terry?
the people who wrote the Pirates of the Caribbean movies.
Oh, of course you know them by first name basis.
Of course. Like George. I know George. George.
Lucas?
Lucas. Yeah, George Lucas. There you go. He has a certain person in mind. Jack.
What person?
And he almost got it. He almost got it
What?
in this movie.
Talking about Elizabeth Swann?
Elizabeth Swann.
So that's the reason why he's unable to concentrate?
The reason why he's unable to concentrate is because he's very hormonal right now.
That's dumb. Is that Beckett? Oh, that's not Beckett.
That's Norrington.
Norrington. I love the exchange when they finally allow him into the into his crew.
Yeah.
It's gonna come up soon. I'll just mention it then. I just think it's funny. I love though how he's still trying to wear his wig. That is his wig, right?
Yeah.
Like he's like, even though it's all mangy and nasty probably, he's still like, I'm still Commodore Norrington.
Damn it. All my years of military. Or to quote the great Buzz Lightyear, years in the academy training wasted.
I wouldn't quote him.
To infinity and beyond?
No. People just love fighting. Don't you wish you could visit there?
That would be amazing.
Look, she can fight and she's a girl.
This movie's so progressive.
I actually thought she was great in this movie, but I thought it got really dumb in the third movie.
Why?
Where it's like, she's a pirate lord. Well, I thought the whole pirate lord thing got kind of dumb.
Kinda.
Because the whole point of pirates is that, like, you know, they don't answer to no one. Now, you know, they're too crazy and wild, you know. Now they have this secret government sort of thing. Like, it's like,
They had to go freaking Phantom Menace on it.
They got a little Phantom Menace with it. I'm not gonna lie. So it's like, oh no, there's the Jedi Order and then midichlorians, and this one it's the secret pieces of 8, and we need to. It's not that bad, but it's just a little unpirate like.
He went up the ventilation shaft.
They kick him out. How rude. Don't you wish you could visit Tortuga?
You'll never find a more wretched hive of scum and villainy.
I mean, this guy, every film, that's all he does. He's just in the corner creeping on people. What's his name again? You know his name.
Mr. Mercer.
Mr. Mercer. James Norrington. Da-da-da.
I do love the music.
Yeah, the music's great. And the fact that he has an organ.
Yeah.
Look at
You know
that.
what? It would have been that much better if the organ was voiced by Tim Curry.
No, it wouldn't have. No one gets that but you. Da, da, da.
Lay your anger on me.
No. You are the only one that gets your references, Kyle.
It's Belle's Enchanted Christmas.
No one has seen Belle's Enchanted Christmas, and for good reason.
Oh.
Master Tana. And no one even, like, tried mentioning that there's 2 Turners on the boat. They don't look alike. I'm sorry. Five lashes. Some of them though, you can't even tell their face though. They're so weird. There's a barnacle boy and
Just stay on him.
mermaid man in the corner.
Kidding me in my duties.
I'll take it all, millionaire.
Your impression of him.
I love his hat. His hat's great. Later on in the film, when I love when the Dutchman goes under
Yeah.
and you see his little tentacles like grab onto the hat
Yeah.
so that it doesn't float up when they go underwater. Oh, that was cool. Some of these crew members though, I can't tell what like fish or item they're supposed to be.
They just look like coral reefs.
Some of them do. And some of them, it's obvious, like, yeah, they're supposed to be a coral reef or something like that. But then other ones, it seems like they're supposed to be something, but I can't tell.
Oh, that's where the term came from. The cat's out of the bag.
What?
Because that was the name. That was the kind of whip it was. It was the cat of nine tails.
Oh.
Yeah, the cat of nine tails. And so when everything's when confession is out and it's time to be flogged,
Mhm.
you know, the cat's out of the bag. You know, it's time to.
It's such a dark origin. I thought it was a literal cat. And they had it, like, in a bag. Because, like, the crew member next to Will obviously is, like, a puffer fish or whatever.
Yeah.
And then the dad's sort of like a coral reef bootstrap. And there's other ones that just look like, I don't know, diarrhea.
Great description.
Well, it's hard to make out what they are.
Like this, I was surprised that they did with that with Disney. Like, look at the back and all that shit.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't think that was too crazy.
No, like for a Disney movie.
I think the cannibals were crazier.
But you never got to see them eat something. It was always implied. It was always implied.
Still pretty dark. Cannibalism is a pretty dark thing. I think we can all agree on that.
Plus, there was a cannibalism joke in Toy Story.
Was there?
Yeah. Remember when they meet the mutant toys?
Yeah.
And then they're like, the cannibals!
Oh, I don't remember that.
Yeah.
That's not really... I guess.
Speaking of the girl.
Who?
That's just not enough. She's on the...
Oh, she just replied to us. What about him? I don't know.
No.
Like, that right there is creepier to me, how they shows his brains all out. And stab the heart. And I do like how they set it up where it's like, it needs a captain.
Yeah.
There will always be a captain. Like I said too much. This part right here I think is funny. Right. And then he's just like
Huh?
but my first and only love is the sea. He's like, let's get out of here.
It's getting weird now. He's still salty over that.
I know, she drank all the rum. Oh no, she destroyed the rum.
She burned them all.
I'd be salty too. Look at. Was eyeliner this prevalent back then?
Depends on the culture.
That's true. Norrington. You hired me. Did she cut her hair? Or is it just
No, it's
like
just
in a
up in a.
ponytail?
It's just up in a ponytail.
Oh. Of course.
Although she did need to have extensions in this movie
Why?
because she just filmed a movie called, I think it was Domino.
And she had short hair?
Yeah.
Well, right there, they could have just went with short hair. I like how she's like, isn't that, those two?
Wait, I know them.
And then they just kind of move on. Sabe?
The thing I like about this is that because of all the little callbacks to everything, it makes it feel more together.
Well, yeah, I'm one of those assholes, and like, I'll not nitpick, but I'll just notice things, and I'm like, wait, they didn't even address this, like this. With this one, and it doesn't take a lot. Like here, just the fact that she's like, wait, aren't you just made that look?
Yeah.
And they moved on. I was like, okay, like that's good. If they hadn't done that, in my mind, I would be like, she's not even gonna question why these two are with Jack or whatever and stuff like that. Isn't this their love song or whatever? Their theme?
Yeah.
To save Will.
Stay on the same page.
And who gave him that,
The compass?
Yeah.
Teodalma. Remember earlier in the movie, she said, that compass you bartered from me.
Oh, yeah. They've known each other for a long time then, because he had that compass when he was young Jack in the new film, Pirates 5. I do, and just to what you said earlier about how he adds more shit the more he goes on.
Yeah.
That is something you notice in the fifth one, when they show him young.
Yeah.
He doesn't have anything.
Maybe the shirt.
He has the shirt, a bandana, and he has way less tattoos and stuff like that.
Yeah. And a whole lot less beads in his hair.
Yeah.
Beads. I love Arrested Development.
And this guy is just an a-hole spy.
Mr. Mercer.
Yes, Mr. Mercer. Commodore Norrington. So wait, is he the new Commodore? That guy? Beckett?
Beckett?
Yeah.
No, he's just an asshole who raided the town. He's like...
Did he just take over?
Yeah.
No,
like,
I thought he was instated or whatever.
He was like, look at me. I'm the captain now.
That's not what happened. No.
He basically took over the governor's position.
Well, yeah, that's what I mean. But he's still part of, like, the hierarchy. It's not like he just came in and took over against their will. What does he do again in this film?
Who?
This guy.
The governor?
No.
Governor Swan?
No. Never mind. Her dad.
That's Governor Swan.
Yeah.
He basically signs over Port Royal to
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. I never understood how this game worked.
Flyers dice. It's a common sailor game.
But like, how do you play it?
You basically like take a handful of dice, put it in your cup, and you're supposed to wager how many. When you shake it and put it on the floor wherever you're playing it on the table, you look at the die that you have and whatever's on the face. Like if you have like 3 3s or 4 10s or something like that, then that's the thing that you deal with.
Like this shot of Davy Jones, I think was like the first shot.
In the trailer.
Yeah. In the first trailer where he's going down the steps. Yeah, this one right here. I accept. But still, so like you're guessing how much other people have,
Yeah.
but then how would you know by looking at your dice?
Because then you're supposed to like lie. That's why it's called liar's dice.
But I don't know. Because I remember when I don't know if it was when this movie came out,
Yeah.
but I had gotten like the official game
Yeah.
that had the cups or whatever that were supposed to be the cups, and then the dice, and it was like the game where you could play with people, and I never figured out how to use it. Even looking at the directions, I'm like, this is confusing to me.
It's just a quick way to pass the time, honestly.
Yeah.
Although I would have stuck to cards.
Cards is probably tougher to come by. You can lose them real easily. Like that guy right behind him. What is he? He doesn't even have a face.
What's wrong with this face?
He doesn't even have, what is that? 4 fours. Don't. But you see, the thing is, I assumed if
That he helped out Loki.
No. What?
He helped out Loki.
Oh, shut up. I assumed that, you know, this is magic curse shit. If you become an official part of the crew,
Yeah.
it's impossible to leave. So, if Will had lost and he did officially say, all right, you owe me 100 years, then even if he figured out what the key was, he wouldn't be able, he still wouldn't be able to just jump off the ship and leave.
He said, Master Turner, feel free to go.
No. I'm saying the only reason that happened was because his father jumped in and he lost for him.
Yeah. He just wanted to know where the
Okay,
where the key was.
that's my point though. If his father hadn't have jumped in and he had wagered, because he still wagered it.
Yeah.
He you know, even if he just did it to want to know where it is, he still wagered all those years. So if he had lost and still found out where the key is, even if he got the key, he's cursed now. He won't be able to leave the ship. He wouldn't be able to make it onto dry land because Davy Jones would have officially said, you owe me years. If it was that easy, then all of them would have escaped off of the ship already and left to dry land. Do you get what I'm saying?
Harley?
No.
Bootstrap Bill, you're a liar, and you will spend an eternity on this ship.
All of them were already going to spend an eternity on that ship, so it's kind of dumb. He talks weird sometimes, but it's cool.
Who?
Does that one have 2 heads? That one has 2 heads. I never noticed that.
We are Siamese if you do.
No. I'm serious. One of the crew members had 2 heads. How does that happen, though?
Because he has 2 heads.
No, but how? Obviously, maybe, like, was it twins that both signed away, and then over time they
Maybe
just...
maybe they were conjoined twins. Like, the world is
Really?
fucked up to us. Can we just, like...
See, like, right here, when he escapes, like, look at that face. What is that face supposed to be? It's like a wolf skeleton with 1 eye? I don't know.
This scene, I was like...
Oh, wow. But when he does get the key, he's already cursed at that point. I'm not saying in the scene, because obviously...
Will Turner?
I'm saying the only reason he's not cursed is because his father went in and lost for him.
Uh-huh.
But if he hadn't have done that, he would have been cursed at this point. All because he lost the dice game to Davy Jones. So even if he did get the keys, he wouldn't have been able to get off the ship because he had sold away his soul for an eternity on the ship. So it would have been
Well, he doesn't know that.
pointless.
doesn't
He
know
does
that.
know that. That's what happened to his father. That's what happened to everybody there. He saw when those crew
Well, that's
members.
right. Shit.
He saw when those crew
So
members.
you're detecting a huge plot hole?
That is a plot. Well, I don't know if it's plot hole, but it's definitely stupidity on Will Turner's part.
Well, he is stupid.
He did, yeah.
I love the music box theme.
Oh yeah, it's great. The music is incredible. I think.
Some of the most iconic Disney music.
You know, when the issue with a lot of music in movies today is it's unmemorable. These films,
They're memorable.
very memorable.
That's all done with the cello.
Is it really?
Mm-hmm.
That is interesting. See, like right here. If it was so easy to leave, he could have just taken his father and like, all right, let's go now. But he's like, I can't. You know, I have a debt to pay.
You have a debt to pay.
That's a lame knife. Should have given him a better knife. He left him to be a pirate. How dare he? That's true. They can't do shit to him. He's already cursed. His twice cursed pirate father.
Tragic.
Tragic. The Dutchman must have a captain. Oh, so is he gonna come back for this film? What's his name?
Bootstrap Bill?
Bootstrap Bill.
I don't
Because
know,
he
'cause
should
he's
still
part of the
be a
ship.
part of the crew.
Because he decided to, or maybe he was like, you know what, son, I'm sorry. I'm going to live my life. Whatever the rest I have.
No, we can't just let him go. He can't play favorites like that. Like, you're my dad, you can go. Everyone else, back to work. Scrub the deck.
Scrub the deck and make it look shiny.
No. Something about it just... and bad. That's funny. See, this is where it kind of loses me, especially the third one,
What?
where it's like it's threatening pirate kind and da 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 da, and I'm like, yeah, but pirates kind of suck. Like, we enjoy pirates because we love the adventure and stuff like that, but it is
Yeah.
kind of like, you guys
They're
are
horrible
you guys
people.
are horrible criminal people. Like, no. So you really think they have chemistry here?
Yeah.
It's alright.
They have better chemistry than Orlando Bloom and her.
I of us.
The ship cannot be commanded by two men. You'll never make it out of the bay. Son, I'm Captain Jack Sparrow. Sorry.
Let's see. Maybe it's just because I hate what's it called?
What?
Three. What's it called?
At World's End?
No. A love triangle.
Oh, between Jack.
No, just in general.
I
I'm not the
was it-
biggest fan of love triangles.
Was it really a triangle?
Yeah. What was it? An octagon or?
It wasn't really anything. It was just.
Well, that's another thing too. If it's really not anything, then why spend so much time? on it?
Because Will thought, because of that whole end.
I know, but look at all this time they spend on it here. Like they laid on thick in the second one, but then by the time the third one comes on, it's nothing.
Like later on when she sees the compass and it points to Jack.
Yeah, like shit like that. And even right now, that when that happened, So I don't know.
They're all hormonal.
Sure. Polina Tor. See, they completely explain what we already knew because of the other scenes. So you didn't even need the other scenes of her being a ghost and stuff like that. You could have just had this scene, and you would have got it like, oh, that was Elizabeth.
But then we wouldn't have gotten the freaking Haunted Mansion reference.
Oh, my, it's still the Haunted... Whatever. Whatever. Even your references.
To go?
One day they're gonna reference the film, and then you're gonna be like in a state of ecstasy.
It's my favorite movie.
Yes.
Go Power Rangers! That moment, I lost it.
In that moment, I threw up.
Of course you did.
Let no man look up to the sky with hope.
Oh look, this is Trump's inauguration.
No. There was more rain on that day. No, he waits until the end to scream. I do like the little effect they do where it like, boom, it like vibrates to the whole ocean, and apparently they like it too because they ripped it off from the first film.
Yeah.
When the medallion did that. Yes, you have.
So if you didn't know already, the Kraken is stored in the ship.
It's inside the ship?
It's inside the ship.
No, it isn't. Who told you that?
Huh?
Who told you that?
That's well, why do you think they were like doing that whole spinning thing?
Well, I figured like it's somewhere out at sea.
Yeah.
All the time.
And then the vibration.
And then the vibration calls to it like, come and attack.
According to Ted and Terry.
Yes.
Of
course, first name basis. Yeah. Ted and Terry. Are Ted and Terry working on the new Pirates film?
No, they're not.
Okay, then screw them.
They did write the script for the first one though.
Yes.
And the second.
Okay.
And the third.
Okay.
So they get it. They get a pass. Oh, and they also wrote the story for the fourth movie, but didn't write the script. But anyway, Ted and Terry explained that was kind of like a plunger, and they kind of like
and it pushes the. I kind of call bullshit on that though.
Why?
Because that ship is not nearly big enough to hold the Kraken. Your face.
Cephalopods don't have bones.
No, okay, we're gonna get scientific with this.
Yes, we're gonna get scientific.
So it's squished,
squished in there.
So no, that's
yes.
bullshit. No. I call BS on Ted and Jerry or whoever.
Ted and Tom and Jerry.
Whoever the hell you're talking about. I love this part. Da-da-da.
All slow-mo.
This is great.
That is a great effect.
And then like.
But I have a question for you though.
Its mouth in the middle.
Will all their hearts go on after this?
I'm gonna stab you one day. I'm letting you know right now. Oh. This Kraken had one job and it completely failed. Look at that. That is way too big to fit at the bottom of a... Look at how huge that is.
Doesn't have any bones.
No. That's,
if you see in real octopus or squid,
they
fit in super, super tight spaces.
I understand that. But to live there, to force it... Because it is a living creature. Because we know in the third one, they kill it. And it washes up on shore and stuff like that. So I'm sorry. To force it to live in the tiniest... I don't even think, even though it can squish into small areas...
Yeah.
I don't know.
Not an entire ship?
I call BS on that.
Okay.
See, this part to me was the most violent. What of the survivors? There are no survivors.
I like the part where he said before this. He was like, "Must have been reclaimed by the sea. I am the sea."
Like, this is dark. They're like, yep. When he smells them. Or in his nostrils on the side.
Those Shrek ears.
Yeah. The eyes of the Croesus. Jack Sparrow. The way he spits it out. See,
No,
that looks like a full ship as well.
That is a full ship.
Did they really create?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And then that ship for a limited time when the third movie came out, along with the Disney cruise, the Flying Dutchman would sail next to the cruise ship.
It's pretty cool, especially it's late at night.
Yeah.
The
Then
fog rolls in.
Oh my god.
Like, oh my god, it's the Flying Dutchman.
We're doomed.
See, look, you're right here. An entirely all new scene just with the whole flirtatious thing between her and Jack.
I like it.
I know you like it, but I'm just saying it's, I don't know.
Yeah. Right on this take.
I don't think it really goes anywhere.
He's like, basically, I could bang you on this ship right now if you want. If you want.
I think we all got the innuendo.
Us.
Us. Trifles. Curiosity. But still, like, well, it kind of does add to the ending of the film when she locks him up and kills him. But then they kind of don't address that shit in the third film.
Yeah, they did.
No.
I remember when they were like, 4 of you tried to kill me in the past, one of you
I
succeeded.
know. But not between her and Jack. Like, they have entire scenes alone together.
And then in the in the last part of the movie, she was like, she was gonna go in give him a thank you kiss, and then he says once was quite enough.
Yeah, I know, but the whole point is, look they have many scenes between just her and him doing a little will they won't they kind of thing with the film, and then by the third film, it's referenced once, and then it becomes a joke at the end. There was no like serious discussion about the fact that, you know, she tried to. There's no one-on-one convo between just them. It more or less just becomes a whole thing of like, Will feels betrayed, and then she's like, no, I never gave a shit about him. I just wanted to save us. And it's like, I can see that, but then why have so many scenes with this, you know? Because it's not like little things here and there. They're long scenes, and more than one. I don't know. That's just me. And then the Black Spot returned. See, she would have kissed him right there. She looks slightly disappointed. So...
I think he wants more than a jar of dirt.
Oh my god. I've got a jar of dirt.
I got a jar of dirt. That was completely improv, just to let you know.
Everything with Jack is improv. We ain't Scandinavians, are we? That's funny.
Don't touch my dirt.
See, And then this, which should have been like maybe 10-minute scene, turns into like a 20-minute scene. When you add in everything.
All the like the spinning wheel and
Spinning wheel, the action, the whole back and forth.
so there.
Because it's not only like the three fighting, then
Like-
it's like her. Yeah, like that right there. Like they're obviously
Well-
trying to set something up.
Well, it is Johnny Depp. Come on, what would you choose, Orlando Bloom or Johnny Depp?
Well, Johnny Depp, obviously.
Exactly.
But
There you go.
But
There you go.
But
Are
still.
you gonna add that little
What?
recent bit of
No.
Johnny Depp's personal life?
I don't want to go there.
Good.
You know, I will go a lot of places, but it's like, probably won't go there. But let's see, look at when they go under,
Yeah.
you'll be able to see it. See, like him, Hammerhead Shark. I get it. The guy next to him, what the hell are you? Like, honestly. Like, look at that. He obviously has, like, shark teeth? Or, I don't know. This is a cool shot, like them going under. But you're gonna see it grabs onto the hat. Very slyly, like...
It's very much equivalent to the underwater sequence in the first movie. Remember when they were walking all in
under the water?
skeleton? Yeah.
Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Davy Jones, hot. Do you think Will's heart will come into play with this one? Oh, were those all the letters he wrote to her?
Yeah. But I like these details. And that letter that she's reading, a little trivia fact about this movie. I'm chock full of them.
And
But
of
that
course-
little letter that she's reading is the song. They wrote down the lyrics to Angie from the Rolling Stones.
Yeah.
And they wrote it in Latin.
That's a weird thing to know about the film.
That's like,
I thought it was gonna be like a story thing, like, oh, that's the letter Davy Jones wrote to her when da 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 da.
oh no.
No, it's just a
it's
Latin
just-
song.
It's just the Latin translation of Angie by the Rolling Stones.
See, it's...
In fact, you know, in the El Capitan Theater,
Yeah.
some of those letters are on display, and the chest is there.
Really?
Really.
I've never been to that theater. That's a goal.
I
I
want
want to
to.
go there one day.
And I want to go check out a Kimmel next door.
Jimmy Kimmel?
Jimmy Kimmel,
Jimmy
yeah.
Kimmel's a hack fraud.
Well, so are you.
I guess we have that in common. Although, I will say, I enjoyed his Oscars.
Like you see like the chicken foot and the chicken bones that are on his belt.
Yeah, that's true. Have you noticed any differences for him in the fifth one?
Oh, costume?
Yeah.
Yeah, he removed the two belts, and now he just has one big old belt with a huge belt buckle.
Mm-hmm.
And then you see more added stuff like that. And then he changed the little trinket that he had on the, but before it was a bony thing on his scarf, and now he has like another thing on it.
Is that what you're gonna do for Halloween?
What?
Be the new version of Captain Jack?
I don't know which version I should be.
Or, just be,
Because that's the thing about Jack, about his costume. Like, okay, if you're gonna be Jack, which movie Jack are gonna be? Also,
I think you were the only person in the world that has that dilemma.
Also, there was promo images of the third movie in which he was in Chinese garb.
He was never in Chinese garb in
I
the
know.
film.
I thought that was gonna be a huge thing. He was gonna be in Chinese garb and he's gonna go back to Singapore and do all that shit. I thought that was gonna be a huge.
Wrong.
But that, yeah, literally.
twice cursed father. These guys are funny.
Yeah.
It'd be a shame if they didn't come back for the 5th one.
Would you be upset if it was only a cameo?
No, I don't know. I do want the film to not be the same as the other ones. So
Hey, it's them. They were in the thing.
if anything, they probably should have. It'd be like more integral for them to have the dog, the key dog, the guard dog.
Sea turtles, mate. Look, see? She tried pulling that shit that she pulled off in the first movie. Remember, she's like, I can't breathe, and...
Oh yeah, that's right. I never realized that it was a callback to the first one.
See? A lot of callbacks. That's what's great about these movies.
Because
They
nostalgia references.
They reference the thing that I like.
I'll just throw them. Pocket Sam.
Pocket sand.
And the 5th film. Sorry, the 5th film, the whole sequence where you see the crew jumping off and running across the water.
Yeah.
It reminds me
Of that.
that.
It's another callback.
I don't know if it's a callback, or just visually it looks similar.
Visual callback.
No visual, it's just, oh god damn it, never mind.
Capitan Jack.
And then they know they're at the
Serati Church.
the bell tower or whatever.
The bells of Notre Dame.
Leave Disney alone. That's such a random place to have. What's it called?
A church?
Yeah. What happened there? What's that church's backstory?
Well, you see, what happened was that a bunch of settlers came into there,
Yes.
and then no, I'm just bullshitting with you.
You need to know these things. You're the Pirates of the Caribbean historian.
I don't think there was ever given a backstory with this. It was just a random church.
Well, you need to go by Alexis Soto's rules. Everything needs a backstory. Everything. A boss.
You should have said that.
That is true. He did steal his fiancée. Pirates.
Now, I have a little trivia. Another trivia.
Another trivia, yes.
You know when he did that leap?
Yes.
If you pause it at the right moment,
Yes.
you see it's the stunt guy.
Oh, I assumed that was a stunt guy.
I like this. Just, oh.
But you saw like someone had. It looks like it recently been dug up. That's weird. Like this whole sequence, they're like, we need a rolling sequence where they're rolling around.
Because that's how we roll.
You had to.
I gotta ruin it. Dun, dun, dun.
He would have been dead if they didn't have. Oh no, not really. Because he went through the wood. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, no one even realizes. This is a really long movie.
Yeah. You may not have noticed it, but your brain did.
My brain did, and I also did. So
Look at on the time frame of our recording device. It's
What is
An
it?
hour and 53 minutes.
So it's still like over half an hour, isn't it?
Yeah?
Holy crap.
It's a long movie.
Yeah, this is a long movie. I think they could have cut down there's a lot of areas they probably could have cut down a bit. This is one of the sequences I don't think was necessary.
Following them?
Yeah. I think it was more of just to give Elizabeth more action scenes. But then that's like another thing where I call bullshit. It's like zero training. You know, all she's known all her life was corsets.
No,
and...
she did. They explained it.
Oh god, here we go.
They explained it
with
in the
bullshit.
movie. They explained it in the movie. Here we go.
What?
Here we go.
Okay, explain it. Okay.
She's like, Will taught me the ways of the sword.
The ways of the sword. Okay.
I bet he did.
Okay. But even then, it's probably not much compared to lifelong pirates. She's pulling off some like mastery shit with a sword.
Well, you gotta think of Luke Skywalker. He completed his.
That's different. He had the force. No, he had the force.
He completed his force training in what?
That's he had the force.
2 weeks.
That's some magical bullshit. That's different.
Well, so was the pirate.
No,
was the
it's
way
not.
of the pirate.
Admit it's bullshit. It's Bolshevik. And then this guy, he's obviously like, what's it called? What are those? Animals called?
Crabs.
It's not a crab.
Oh no, not lobster.
It's I forgot.
Snail.
It's not a snail.
Something with a crab.
It's in
with
between
a-
one
with
of
a
those
shell.
three. I know the name. It's blanking on me right now.
Heroes and a half shell. Turtle power.
Is the heart still in there? Oh yeah, it is.
Yeah. This is the first time you see it.
Ew,
Carne.
that's nasty.
I imagine Raven. A little nasty.
Okay, but what happens if
If.
nobody stabs the heart? The heart just kind of like it's an accident. Like I don't know. Everyone fumbles it or whatever, or it accidentally falls into a fire.
Yeah.
Then who becomes the captain of the Dutchman?
Whoever was the last to touch it.
No. Okay. But what if it wasn't their fault? What if someone they
They don't-
touched it? No, they didn't even touch it. They just opened it.
Yeah. And it just
then-
combusted.
No, but like let's say there was an earthquake,
Yeah.
knocks over the heart, it rolls 3 miles and lands in a fire.
Who was watching it at the time?
No, see,
Who was watching it at the time?
no one was watching it.
Oh, then I don't know.
Exactly. This
Oh.
is why.
Well, it says the Dutchman must have a captain.
That's my point. So I'm like, okay, who becomes the captain at that point?
The last person in charge.
That's some
The last
bullshit.
person. The last person to be present. Who was responsible with the heart?
Okay, let's say like a 1-year-old baby
Yeah.
was just he found the key and was messing around, and it's a slightly smart baby, so was able to put it in the chest and open it.
Yeah.
And then that's when the whole thing it rolled down and landed in the fire.
Well, it looks like the Dutchman gained a 1-year-old baby
That's
as a
some
captain.
bullshit. You're gonna carve out the little baby's heart and then be like,
What now, Captain? Goo. All right, you heard him. Let's go.
see, this is why before they put curses, they need to think about these scenarios.
Cut to Tony Stark. Not a good plan.
They don't have their weapons. Because, like, right now, the reason I thought it was long, because I was like, oh, man, it's almost over. But then I realized, no, you still need the whole
Kraken scene at the
sequence.
end.
The Kraken sequence is long in itself.
Damn you, Jack Sparrow.
Da-da-da. Commodore Norrington. But
Thank goodness for that, otherwise this will probably never work.
is Alexis Soto gonna be here for the third one?
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh.
that's good. That's good.
Why?
Because
Why?
that used to be like Alexis's favorite film ever. Like he loves the third Pirates.
Yeah.
And
We're-
I can enjoy it.
We're gonna have fun shitting
But
on it though.
I would not call it a good or great film. Like it
Yeah.
has way too many problems. I still enjoy it and really like it, but there's a lot of areas you can shit on it. And yeah, that's always fun with Mr. Soto.
Shitting on things he likes.
Yes.
It is always fun.
You know what? Let's talk about shit about Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah.
Ward, that hack fraud piece of garbage.
What's wrong with your face?
I don't know. That's it.
That's it.
That's all I got. Whoa. Lay off the Hennessy. Sorry. Kyle here is drinking.
Yep.
And it's definitely not Pepsi. What was it Coca-Cola or was it Pepsi that had that
Oh, the
ad?
Kendall
Yeah.
Jenner thing? That was Pepsi.
That was Pepsi? Oh, okay.
Like, dude, you know they pulled that out, right?
I know. That's funny though. I did not find that ad at all offensive. I just found it really, really stupid. Cause it made protesting seem like the cool hip thing. Like, hey, what's up, bro? What do we do for Saturday night? I don't know. Let's go protest. Like,
dude.
Like instead of going to a club, like, yeah, bro, let's go
Wait.
protest.
Wait. Great improv.
Did he really fall like himself? I don't think that was improv. What's a git?
Enough.
He didn't give a shit.
Bless you.
Thank you. You know what you need?
What?
A flying ship. They haven't had a flying ship yet.
Dun, 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 dun.
Because the ships get more and more ridiculous with each iteration. The first one, the Black Pearl, like, okay, that's your typical ghost ship. It's scary. It's dirty. It's got holes. It looks very much like a ghost ship. Your second one, though, it looks like the barnacles.
Pull on a Super Mario Brothers.
It has like the 3 cannons in the front. Like those, I think they're gonna. Those right there. Like some ridiculous shit, and then for the fourth one, it was a full blown magic freaking ship.
Dance Magic Dance.
Oh yeah, and don't worry, Alexis, because I know you're gonna hear this. Because we're still gonna do the fourth one with Kyle, where we can shit on that one. That's gonna be fun. Because I legitimately don't like that one. Well, I might ruin that film for you. Are you okay with that? Do you fear death? Do you know the hammerhead shark's name?
Army.
Army?
Army Hammer?
You're full of... Screw you.
No, I don't know. I don't know.
You're not a
that.
real Pirates fan then if you don't know his name. You know what I do like though is how they stay consistent that the Black Pearl is the fastest ship.
Yeah.
Because in the first one they couldn't outrun the Pearl, and then in the second one they were able to outrun the Flying Dutchman because they're on the Pearl. So like no matter what, you know,
It's got good
Pearl's
sales.
fastest. And in the first one, they weren't able to outrun it with holes in the sails.
Yeah.
So that's gotta be pretty darn fast.
Worse.
That's no reef. Jesus Christ, it's Jason Bourne. They randomly like become shaky cam. He's just like ta ta, just kicking all their asses. That would be amazing.
Damn it, Peter.
But like, remember in the first Kraken attack, he took it down in like 0.56 seconds.
Like, dude, when I saw that in theaters and he said that line, I couldn't take the movie from there on out. I was like, I'm done. This
Jason
movie.
Bourne. But look at how slowly. Look at it's too slow. Too slow. Well. You know what they should have done? And I think I had thought they were going to do this when I was a kid. Was for the third one. I thought they were going to go back to the island that cannot be found or whatever. And get the Aztec gold.
Yeah.
To make them, you know, immortal when they went to fight Davy Jones. I don't know. As a kid, I assumed that's what was gonna happen.
That would have been outlandish.
Very outlandish. Probably too outlandish. So I'm kind of glad they didn't do that.
Some sort of
I don't even know what
some sort of pirate squad.
Especially because it would be like a fight between two immortal, like...
Two immortal souls locked in epic battle till Judgment Day and trumpet sound. Or you could surrender.
Basically. Is this where they say get the rum too? Or was that the first one?
No, it's this one.
It's like, aye, the rum.
But look at...
They are like, no! Like, it's not worth it.
Really?
He's
so pained.
You could tell how much that hurt to say that.
The rum too.
I'm sorry.
But you know what? It's all because Jack fucked up.
Everything is Jack's fault.
And look, there he is.
That a-hole. How come we didn't follow him on the lifeboat then? Haha.
Because he didn't want everybody to know that he was a...
No, but still, if it follows the person with the black spot, it should have overshot the Black Pearl and went straight to the little lifeboat. Because remember, that's the whole reason why they wanted to try to set sail. Where at the very end, after this, when they try to go back to the little island or whatever, to make it to land, and she makes Jack stay because it's like, it's gonna kill us if it won't. You know, it just needs you, not us. I assumed that's because the Kraken would follow them to the little lifeboat and eat them.
I wonder how long it must have took them to get back to Teodama's place.
I know, right?
On freaking lifeboat.
Sea turtles, mate.
Sea turtles. When in doubt.
Like that. That's so violent right there. It like cracks in half. That's terrible. Why does he go back though? Why, Jack? Why?
Because to prove
Does he take out his compass? Oh yeah. It doesn't show what it does though.
What do you think it pointed to?
Oof. Probably pointed to land.
Yeah.
I think it pointed to land.
But then he was like...
He's like, screw it.
Screw it, I'm gonna go in.
Because I'm Captain Jack Sparrow. And you're supposed to go down with your ship.
A good captain always goes down with the ship.
He's not a good captain then.
He did go down with the ship. Eventually. Eventually he did. But you see, it's the thought that counts, you see?
No, it's not.
It's
Da-da-da-da-da-da. They need to shoot it. See, at this point, I feel like the Kraken should have easily destroyed the ship. Oh, I will say though, these Kraken sequences are are amazing. I love them. I think they're great action sequences. Plus, it really helps break up the monotony of sword fights.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, it would be nothing but sword fights. And, you know, the fact that they're taking on this big creature is different. It helps.
Which is kind of why I have a little problem with the whole Maelstrom scene at the end of Pirates.
I have a few problems with it. But one of them being, like, they have this whole build-up of, like, all the pirate ships on one side, all the pirate ships on the other, and then only 2 pirate ships actually battle each other.
Yeah. Like, that should have been, like, an all-out war thing.
It should have been, like, all... Yeah, it really should have. It really should have been, like, a whole bunch of pirate ships attack, and then that's when it starts to look bad, that's when they release Tia Dalma, and then that's when she creates the Maelstrom, and it sucks in the Flying Dutchman and the Black Pearl, and then that's when they go at it. And then all around them, though, there's ships fighting each other.
Like, it was so anticlimactic.
It kind of was. I think it's still a really awesome sequence.
But
it's still like...
the fact that you know that all the other pirates were there.
You shouldn't have built it up.
Yeah.
To have all those pirates if you weren't going to do anything with it.
Just like we'll send our best fleet or something like that. Like our two top guns to out destroy them.
Yeah. They shouldn't have pulled that bullshit. Isn't that when they, like, abandon ship?
Yeah.
But the pearl!
But the pearl!
The pearl. It's just a ship, mate. He really loves that ship. It's probably the best relationship he's ever had, him and that ship.
That's why he said, you know, my one and only love is the sea.
No, that's Davy Jones.
I am the sea.
I am the sea.
I am the sea. Dun, dun, dun. I am the sea.
No.
Here we go.
This cheating, you know what? And look, her makeup is still perfect. Oh, that's such bullshit. But then again, so is Jax, so I'll let it slide. I'd want to see, like, a scene where they walk in and Jax doing his makeup, his eyeliner. He's like in front of a mirror. Orders, Captain. Just a few more minutes, lad.
You know that helps get the sun out of your eyes.
Is that what it's for?
Yeah.
So did all the pirates back in the day have some guy liner rocking it?
God, I hope so.
Pirate. Oh yeah, doesn't he call her a pirate?
Yeah.
It's the worst thing you could call someone. Might as well have told her that she played ball like a girl. You play ball like a girl. See, that's the thing, though. Everyone, like, all the characters that make a decision in this film, their immediate thing in the next film is to go back and undo that decision. So, like, the crew that left Jack behind, their immediate decision is to go and get Jack back.
Well, you know why they need to bring him back, right?
Well, yeah, obviously.
He has the piece of eight.
Okay,
That's
but
the
they don't
only-
know that. They don't know that. When they agree to get him back, they don't know. The only one who knows that is Barbossa and Tia Dalma. So then you have, what's her name? Immediately after she left him to die, she's like, oh, I feel bad. Let's go get him.
Well, she feels bad right here.
And then Norrington, after, you know, giving the heart back and getting his job back, he goes back and he's like, oh no, never mind.
I'll find my career.
Yeah. After the entire time trying to get his career back. The only one I think who was kind of consistent is Will, where he's like, I gotta save my father. Looks like marmalade. Right here, I call BS that he cannot hear a big-ass Kraken behind him. Maybe if he took off the rings, it would be easier to slip off. Like, come on. You're telling me that's not making any noise? That is cool, though.
That is a really cool shot.
I think the CGI is a little off, but that's still really cool. That's nasty. And then, of course, it happened to have his hat.
Well, of course, you needed to have him in his full garb to make the heroic pose.
It's not even heroic, though. He was forced to be there. Which, then again, that is a very pirate of him, though. So, I guess. Why does he go straight for the mouth? That's not the angle I would be going at. Oh no! Jack. And then the argument they gave as to why they couldn't bring Jack back was it took both his body and soul.
Yeah.
So it would have been a lot easier if he had just died instead of jumping into the Kraken's mouth.
If he would have killed himself or something?
No, but just like, I don't know. Been like the Kraken had thrown him 500 feet in the air. I don't know. Our debt is settled. What's wrong with your face? That's all I think whenever they show his crew.
What do you think if Plinkett reviewed the Pirates movies?
He probably only likes the first one. Most people only like the first one. And then it's very 50-50 whether they like the second one. Then they don't like the third one. A lot of people like the fourth one more than the second or third, actually. But I like the first. I like this one the second.
Yeah.
First is the best. I think as far as quality, it has diminishing returns. So the first one's the best, then the second, then the third, then the fourth.
He always looks like he took a mean old shit before
Who?
going to his desk. Beckett.
Beckett. He always looks like he's plotting on killing children. He finally got rid of his wig.
He didn't have the wig on for the majority of the film, other than when he was on Tortuga.
Oh yeah, that's true. So he believed in the whole shit with Davy Jones, or did he see? Or no, because I guess when he realized Jack's ship was raised, Beckett, I mean, like when because remember the last time what you told me,
yeah,
he saw the ship, it was going down, and of course he's probably heard about Jack and the Black Pearl and all of that. So when he heard it was by Davy Jones, maybe that's what made him believe in it. Because going into this, not only did he believe in Davy Jones, like, he believed in the whole story wholeheartedly.
Yeah, because that's the reason why he came to Port Royal in the first place, to look for Jack's compass.
To be able to get
the key and to get to the chest. Or not even just the key, more like the chest.
Yeah,
he'll figure out how to open it.
He'll probably pop that thing open somehow.
Yeah.
But still.
I think that's what they should have done. Just like went straight for the chest and avoided the whole thing.
Yeah. Oh, explosive! You could have used something to open that. It's not a magical chest.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem like. And even then, you don't even need the key at all, though, Because as long as you have the chest, you could say, you know, I'll blow it up if
Yeah.
you don't do what I say. You really don't actually have to open it.
Because that's what Beckett did in the...
Yeah. Well, now I'm kind of pissed off now.
Half the
That's
movie was
correct.
wasted.
I know. Trying to get that damn key. Exactly. Doesn't matter now. Bowser would be pissed. Like, you're screwing up my hardwood table with throwing the knife in it. That honest streak.
She's like, the fuck? Oh, yeah, be sad.
A gentleman of fortune. All of them have tried to kill him.
Now that he's dead.
One of them succeeded. But see, like, immediately she all feels bad about it. And he knows... Well, at least he thinks that she's sad because...
She loved him.
Yeah. But again, they spent the whole film teasing that she does. And then that kind of goes nowhere. Would you do it? But you sail to World's End. Roll credits.
Roll credits. Exactly.
See, I thought that would have been the coolest part, to see, like, the underworld and the Long Jacket, and that was, like, the most boringest part of that film. I have asked. But, see, this happens right after they leave. Yes. She's the only one that says yes. And then right here was, like, the greatest cliffhanger for me as a kid.
Yeah, for me too. This was our Empire Strikes Back.
That World's End. Roll credits.
Yeah, exactly.
Then you will need a cop there. And I kept thinking, like, wait, who is it? Especially right here, I was like, oh my god.
You know, even the crew, even the cast didn't know who it would be.
But I remember walking out of the theater when I saw it as a kid, just
Yeah.
going like pumped. I was like, that's so cool. What's become of my ship? And then Jack.
To me, that's the greatest cameo
It's
in
not, to
film.
me, it's not the greatest. It's not a cameo because I don't see it as a cameo. I see it as because he's a cameo. I feel like you don't play a major plot point, and he does play a major plot point.
Not in this movie, though.
I know, not in this movie, but that's why I say cliffhanger,
Uh-huh.
or I don't know the right term, but I wouldn't go all the way and say cameo.
So, what'd you think of it?
I still love it. I do love the Pirates films. I think they just have a certain charm about them that they're great. I will say, like I said, this is the second best or third worst, however you want to see it.
To me, I think 3 out of 4 ain't bad.
What do you mean?
Like, in terms of, like, liking the movie. Like, how I view the movies, I think that 3 of them I genuinely like.
Mhm.
Like, really like. One of them, not so much.
The third one's the one you don't like, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then, but the rest, I'm like, okay, I'm in it.
Well, this is something I personally feel about franchises.
Yeah.
The second that the number of bad films outnumbers the number of good films, call it quits.
Okay.
That's when you're like you should be done. I don't want to hear anymore. And for me, I really only dislike one as well, but it's a different film than yours, than your list. But like I said, the main argument I would
Like,
say
you dislike the 4th one the most, right?
yeah, I dislike the 4th one the most. The main argument against this film is that it's way too long.
Mm-hmm.
And especially seeing it again, I totally see that. There's a lot of subplots, minor characters, and entire scenes that you easily could have taken out of the film, and it probably wouldn't have changed much of anything. I enjoy them just because I enjoy the world and the characters and stuff like that, so I'm cool with it. But definitely, if you want a better film,
Yeah.
trimming, another run through the editing bay.
Maybe another rewrite on the script.
Yeah, minor rewrites here and there.
Like the whole key thing, you did not need to look for the key.
Yeah, what's up with that? I do kind of get it because going with the dad. That's one plot hole I'll admit I can overlook.
Captain
To
Jack
a certain
Sparrow.
degree. Oh. No, they just put Jack Sparrow. What bullshit. But, like the whole love triangle, or will they, won't they, between Elizabeth and Jack, could live without it. Or if it was gonna be there, do more with it, I guess. I don't know. I do understand, though, like, you have to do something with Jack and Elizabeth. Because you already gave Will his whole subplot with his dad. But, overall, I enjoyed the shit out of this film.
Yeah, I enjoy it too. To me, it has the, I call it a cameo. It has the greatest cameo in film history. I think that Johnny's portrayal of Jack was expanded. Like he got himself into way deeper shit than we knew. I think that a lot of the actors came back. Like, this is kind of like a walk in the park for them.
Yeah.
Coming back and doing this movie again. They pretty much use the same sets from the original movies, or the original movie, and then a lot of callbacks. V. Neil, you did good on the makeup, miss. The costuming is really good. It's like to me, it has like all the same elements of the first one, except it's like it's a little bit slightly more convoluted. You get it?
Yeah.
All right.
I totally get what you're saying. And I think that convolutedness is kind of what turns people off.
Yeah.
But as far as it being bad...
Johnny Depp has his own sound technician.
Does he really?
Yeah. It's just that sound technician for Mr. Depp.
Man, once you become big Hollywood, like, you become real, like... I don't know. Like, you hear some of the demands that some of these A-listers have for being on set.
But dude, you gotta realize that there's a lot of waiting. There's a lot of waiting.
Yeah,
there's
still.
a lot of...
Imagine how much useless money is dumped into A-list actors for the kind of bullshit that they want on set. Like, I want my own, like, basically a house to reside in, while filming a giant trailer. I want a pet monkey to keep me company, or like, I don't know, some bullshit.
Jeffrey Rush got that.
Did he really? Oh yeah,
Jack
that's
the
true.
monkey.
Jack the monkey. Dun 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 dun.
Dun, 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 dun. Also the score. The score is really good.
Score is lame.
You're lame.
I am. Leave me alone.
Leave me alone.
Let's see. Stephen J. Young, Jeremy Wartsman.
Peter Twist.
What's a twist? Kyle,
What?
what would your reaction be if they announced a Pirates of the Caribbean reboot without Johnny Depp?
Okay, I don't care if it's. I don't care if there's a Pirates movie without Johnny Depp in it, but a reboot
Really?
is ridiculous.
Really? I think I would almost prefer a reboot to a sequel without Johnny. Because how do you do one of these films without Jack Sparrow? I'm sorry, it's kind of impossible.
Look at how many freaking special effects, visual effects,
Yeah.
digital models, and all that shit.
Do you
What?
I forgot what I was- oh, is there any Disney ride that you would be for them creating a film for?
A good version of the Haunted Mansion.
Okay.
Like a genuinely spooky version.
How come Disney doesn't create rides all their own anymore? Ones that aren't based off of pre-existing properties.
Because there's no originality.
But because like the whole Tomorrowland wasn't based off of a Haunted Mansion wasn't based on a pre-existing property. Pirates of the Caribbean wasn't based off a pre-existing property. They created their own property.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I want to see a Disney ride that's kind of all its own. It just an original ride that isn't tied to any
Last time you could say was debatably the Tower of Terror.
No. That's still Twilight Zone.
No, you know that it wasn't previously a Twilight Zone thing, right?
Well, what did it used to?
It was just the Tower of Terror.
Really?
With its own story and all that stuff. But then the contract for Twilight Zone expired, and like this. Okay, we'll slap that onto the Tower of Terror. We'll make it another episode, a fictional episode.
So wait, they lost the rights to the Tower of Terror, or what happened?
No, they I don't know what I think it was like NBC or something like that. The contract expired for the name Twilight Zone.
Oh.
So let's just slap it onto the Tower of Terror.
Buena Vista.
Here's the end credit sequence.
I like how it has the bone and then it has his little crown. That was cute.
I am the one. Starts rapping.
I am the one.
So ladies and gentlemen, that was Dead Man's Chest audio commentary. I'm Kyle Lira. With me I have Peter Martinez.
No, you're right the first time.
Oh. Check out our other commentaries. Be sure to stick around for Dead Men Tell No Tales. Yeah. Check out everything else under the spotlight. I'm your host, Kyle Lira. Bye.